Let's see why we may want a core layer. Do we have one in this topology? Yes or no? Do we have a core layer in this topology? Well, it doesn't say anything, right? So let's call to our attention what we do know for sure. We see an access layer comprised of layer 2 switches and a distribution layer. Those are multi-layer switches. Okay, we see building 2 and 4 look pretty similar. And what I see in building 3 and 1, access layer switches that are multi-layer in nature. Why we might do that, we'll talk about that in a bit. But I don't see a core. We could call this a collapsed core, which means no core at all. We have connections between our distribution layer devices to all of the other distribution layer devices, and this gets into a challenge. There's a scalability challenge for cabling. Let's talk about that. There's a formula that every network person should know, and it's n times n minus 1 divided by 2, where n is the number of nodes. And in this case, the number of nodes is, let's count them together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You could have also multiplied 2 by 4 and you would have gotten the same result. So if we do this, what do we get? We get 4 times 7. No, I'll write it out. Which equals 4 times 7. And what is that? 56? No. Oh, okay. Sorry. 4 times 7. Oh, 24. Or 28. Crazy. Okay, 3 times 7 is 21. 4 times 7 is 28. And I have a physics degree. I can do math for you, but just wasn't in that arithmetic mindset. Okay. So what do we see? We see 28 connections, and if you wanted to, you could pause and you could check me. You could check me and make sure that everything is okay. And you would also have to count for this link between the distribution layer switches as one. It's channelized, so it's one logical connection. What would happen if we changed this now so that instead we had, let's say we added 2 more buildings to the mix. 2 more buildings would give us 6 buildings times 2, so n would be 12 in this case. And if n is 12, I'm just going to do the math quickly here, 6 times 11, that would mean 66 connections. Man, this is a lot extra connections. And you can start to see a geometric progression of the number of links. That's why this is not scalable. That's the takeaway. It's cheap, it's effective. If you have like 2 buildings, fine. You're not saving yourself anything if you have 2 sites. By the way, sometimes we call these building blocks or switch blocks. So if anyone uses the term, oh, yeah, that's in switch block 1 or switch block 2 or building block 1 or 2, that's what they're talking about. They're talking about this collection of access layer and distribution layer devices, just like what we're seeing on the screen.